Right, welcome back. Last time we integrated Machapahet and got this amazingly stretchy name out of it. Well, that and a couple conquests against Portugal and well, to be precise, the English provinces that Ming forced England to release. I'm thinking of maybe attacking Ming for more provinces. Yes. Although I am dealing a bit with large amounts of aggressive expansions, especially since I did end up conquering all of inland Burma. The entire region, yes, that I didn't already control, which was like 2 provinces. I got a lot of aggressive expansion out of it, but yeah. I've also diplo-vassalized Assam and got them to conquer, well, a fairly decent amount of territory. The main reason why I did that was because the unification of India only applies if the province owner has the capital inside the Indian subcontinent, or the Quetta or Balochistan states. So approximately following modern day India, Bhutan, Nepal, and Pakistan, generally speaking. Anyway. If I do decide to go ahead and take them on, I would have to be a bit careful. Well, no, I don't actually have kin culture embraced. Maybe I should do that at some point. Well, apparently this province has on no account of my own actions, developed into the largest province in Vietnam. Jeez, you absolutely need better infrastructure. So go ahead and do that for you. Oh, there's the Claim Celestial Empire button. Have legitimacy of at least 70. Own Shentian, Seon, Singdu, Guangzhou, Jintan, or Mokong. Ah. Gains core on the entire North China, East China, Southwest China subcontinents. Oh, let's get started. Not a terrible time to do this. It's not 100% ready for it. Oh, yeah. Did I actually do that? No. Not rank 6. What's the ideal population? Less than what it currently is. Okay, so constructing to rank 4 should be fine. Where did I leave my navy? I know I left it somewhere. The question is just where. Oh, up here. That's right. I remember that. Oh, that's... I did not actually take a look and see how big Ning's navy is. I may not actually have the control over the seas that I was hoping for. Uh-oh. Okay, so I do have the provinces I need. Well, one of the provinces. Hopefully this means that I'll gain cores that I can conquer instead of just, oh hey, you core everything you own here. As is the tendency that I've seen from some of these decisions. Hey, 6552. Quality. Hmm, 1,000 more dev. Ish, and I would. Heck, my raw dev already overtakes France's. I actually directly control more development than France does. Because that's what happens when I own almost all of Southeast Asia and Indonesia and the Philippines. I mean, I could just do imperialism on the subject. That's right. And it works just as well. Okay, so the mandate under threat thing is no longer active. Oh, that's because we now have a great U. Well, I am not bowing down to you anytime soon, so... Escalate complaint. It is easy burger loyalty to obtain. Very, very easy burger loyalty to obtain. They are getting the buff of recently unified China, but as soon as that disappears, well... It's gonna start dropping. Because they have quite a bit of war exhaustion, and... Well, actually, that's about it. They lack prestige. There's some devastation. Province trauma is what it's truly called. There we go. Actually, that depends. Ava. Well. Yeah, I think I prefer that over the random core removal. There it is. Baked. Baked? Oh, this one. No. Baked. Oh, okay, I get it now. It's in Korea. No, no, wait, it's colonialism. 125% cost for all other treaties. Yeah, considering this province is like 15 dev and this is 8. Yeah, it's not worth it because this one's only 4. I want 3 provinces off of them, which isn't much. Yeah, that's probably the best option. Imperialism is basically impossible because I cannot reach that far. You can keep drilling and doing. Wait, actually, no. Why does Portugal own Woojin? There. That transfers the province I took over. It's a colonial nation. The one province over there. Guess now just have extra reason to go after Iberia. Oh, okay. Finally. With Great U out of the coalition, I'm no longer terrified of the possibilities. I can go ahead and attack France for fun. And profit. But fun is a big deal. Didn't I have an... Oh, they're right here. Okay. Type it. Oh yeah, right. They did actually have troops over there, so let's rectify the issue. As quickly as I can manage. Alright, this is probably a good point to stop. So, first let me grab tech. Breech loading rifles. Breech loading weapons were often much faster to reload than traditional muzzle-loaded guns, but required sophisticated engineering to ensure the breech was tightly sealed before firing the gun. Now that metallurgy and precision tooling were available, the breech-loaded rifle inevitably began to replace the musket. Maneuver value plus 15%, infantry fire plus 0.2, artillery fire plus 1. Steamships. Just as they had on land, steam engines began to revolutionize travel on sea as well. The first steamships used steam engines to turn paddles that propelled the ship. This was slow and relied on nearby sources of coal, but it helped propel ships when there was no wind for the sails to catch. Ship durability plus 3%, trade range plus 300, enables the steam frigate, the last of the light ships. Well, okay, there is one more, the armored frigate, but that's tech level 67, which it's difficult to reach in the game. City Sergeants. In 1829, the French Sergents de Ville were founded, becoming the first uniformed police force in the world. Stability cost interval as 1%. Well, that was surprisingly easy. Oh, hey, I could do even more performance if I want to. I think provincial reform is a good idea, because it increases admin efficiency, and I'm hurting on that, because, well, the more admin efficiency I have, the better. Yeah. That'll be the only reform I do for now, because, well, corruption is already fairly high, because I've jumped up in other reforms. I've gone ahead and went to higher with review. Believe also went for advanced hierarchy, but I'm not sure. But yes, I have been reforming quite a bit. Past 4 reforms in total with the bureaucracy. But promote the aristocratic faction. Keep the loyalty up. Right, so. Yeah, it's been consolidated. There was an independence movement in Kutai that actually managed to win here, and, well, nipped in the bud again. Let's take you out before, well, any issues. I also attacked England in order to grab all of the provinces, the few provinces they had. So these two, plus the one up here. So Papua is now mine. Also went ahead and attacked Graixia via Diviad, before they got completely annihilated by Great U. Yeah. They're the only Chinese faction left. There is quite a few concessions, though. France, for some reason, owns these inner provinces. I don't know why they do, but they do. And there's also this province of Iberia. A couple concessions that Portugal owns, and then this province that Friesland owns for some reason. Oh, and Iberia owns Jeju, so yeah. But at least in Indonesia, the only countries left are, of course, myself and France. So that's why I'm at war with France. Hoping to get as much territory off of them as possible. Also, the reclaimed Celestial Empire has returned, at least the decision. Problem, I need 70 legitimacy. And it is rare that I've been over 50 over the course of the entire game because of the way the claim system works. When you generate an heir, it's a random value between 0 and your current legitimacy. And usually I generate an heir just after succession occurs, which is when legitimacy is at its lowest. So I constantly train with low legitimacy at all times. But that's because of the way the faction system works, and with the fact that I have high provincial corruption lately, I am not gaining much legitimacy. I am not sure if I can even complete the decision before the game ends. If that game and I still haven't managed to do it, I'll just have the game continue slightly and just console command myself some legitimacy in order to see if the decision really does give me cores, or it's the whole will core for free any of the provinces that you own, and then give you permanent claims on everything that you don't own that some decisions like the, well, form Savarna Bhumi country decision did. Of course, there's still some stuff around Iberia that I want, but it's not really important. Right now, I want to kick France out of Indonesia. I also now have a distinctly high level of control over trade in the area. It's ridiculous how good things are for my own trade. Heck, I have 97% trade here, but that's because I grabbed Guangzhou specifically to allow for the decision to work. Because you need one of the major Chinese cities along, well, not necessarily along the coastline, but you definitely need one of the major Chinese cities in order to claim the Celestial Empire. Of course, getting the mandate's going to be rough, especially considering that they still have the recently unified China buff. And even without that, they still have a monthly plus 0.2. They've definitely consolidated fairly well, and it's going to be extremely difficult for me to punch them down. But I'm absolutely one of the strongest countries in the world right now. I'm not sure if I have the highest raw dev, because China might be higher, but I certainly have more raw dev than France, or any other country on the Great Power list. In order to really see it, I would probably have to check the leisure and prestige, ideas, max manpower, total. There's total development. Yeah, okay. Yep, I have 20% more development than the Empire of China. So I've definitely grown massively. Starting off as tiny little Langsang. Well, maybe not tiny, they were fairly large, but I didn't have that many provinces to work with. And I was definitely weaker than most of my neighbors. But I managed to push through, and yeah. God. The retrospective can wait until the final episode, which is probably going to be in a couple episodes, considering how slow the game's moving. Though that is partially due to war with France. I cannot afford not to pay attention, so. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then.